Lots to talk about. First of all, Princess Anne doing the rounds yesterday on Canadian Interview. Very understated sort of approach from her and sort of what we expect from her. But she was saying that she didn't really think that a slimmed down monarchy was a good idea.
Right, and I was kind of surprised by that because, you know, her own children are kind of lay low and are so they're such great representatives of the royal family. You know what else she said that I thought was brilliant was, you know what you're getting with King Charles, and that's a fact. We've had so many years to get to know him, what he's passionate about. You're talking about these protesters. Half the things they're protesting are things he's passionate about. So it's wild that you're going to see these people come out and try to create this chaos when he's been like at the forefront of environmentalism and all of these creative initiatives throughout his life and his youth. I mean, I think he would have taken to the streets if he could have when he was younger, because he's always just been unique like that. But yeah, we were talking before we were live, and how do you not describe Princess Anne is just cool, calm, collected, and she is just, I think, a great representation of her mother.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't disagree with that.
Well, she's got a great sense of humour as well. I mean, we can get a headline out of her interview on Canadian television yesterday, but when you actually look at the footage, she's very self-deprecating. Well, it doesn't look good from my point of view, where I am, meaning, that we're talking her out of a job, or we're taking a job away from her if you're slimming down the monarchy. So, I mean, I think you've got to credit people for doing that and reflect the fact that she was joking.
Oh, absolutely. And I just think that this is a unique opportunity to hear from her. I doubt that that's the headline she wanted from it. But when somebody's poking you and poking you and poking you in one of those sit-downs, they're going to get something inevitably.
Yeah, she did very well, actually, not to bite at some of the other comments about popularity of her brother and all the rest of it. She, as you say, very understated, very cool. There's a poll in the Daily Mail today talking about the realms, the royal realms that the king will be presiding over, and more than 50% of those now describing themselves as Republican. That will be disappointing, don't you think, for the king this morning?
I do. I think that he's probably not happy with those, but I feel like there are new poll numbers coming out every day. And as we've discussed in the past, the older people get, the more they tend to appreciate the monarchy, and they've not even given him a chance. Just give him a chance. See what he's capable of doing. And I do think that there is enthusiasm for William and Catherine. So just give us a minute, okay? Yeah. Inevitably, everybody's going to love William and Catherine when they take the throne.
For sure.
I think on that very point, if there was a way Charles could do 5 years or something, and then have William and Catherine accede to the throne, I think there would be a lot of support for that, because
abdication, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Charles missed the flush of his youth to be king. William will probably do the same. His dad will probably live to William's 60 or whatever. And you think now is the time for William and Kate to be new, trendy, young monarchs, not 30 years'
I was
time.
reading yesterday that the king is officially the oldest monarch to become a new monarch in the British history.
It's
Quite
wild.
something.
It's wild, and I completely agree with you. I imagine that there are nerves. You've waited for this your entire life. Polls are coming out every day that are it makes you question your popularity. It makes you question your likability, and that does have to eat at you. I don't care how strong you are as a person, and he is a sensitive and soft man, and that's part of the reason why I admire him. He was bullied all throughout school. He never fought back. He always just kept, he stayed so focused on the objective. And I really admire that in him, and I think that this is probably a difficult time for him. And that is when I do appreciate the fact that Camilla is there to support him, because I know she is so important in, that aspect.